So, parenting tip number 34 has to do with visualizing and really feeling a negative scenario, something that you thought was one of the worst situations that you could have ever experienced. And I'll tell you what to do after you really get into it. Feel it, see it, hear it. And these are some of my examples, and not just necessarily my life, but regarding my husband. When he was 20 years old, he found his dad had died of a sudden heart attack while doing yard work. Now, finding a loved one in your yard passed away has got to be one of the most traumatic situations you can ever visualize, right? One of my former students, I tutored him when he was in high school, but in his early 20s, he had a horrifying motorcycle accident that left him living a life as a paraplegic. Another horrifying situation that we can't even imagine being in. One of my other students, age 12, lost his mom when she was in a motorcycle accident, and she died when he was just 5. So now he's being raised by his grandparents. So we all experience very traumatic challenges. And this is where you learn from this exercise about visualizing the worst, right? So this is what you do. Just focus on the fact that, and I believe it, I'm not sure if you do, but whenever we experience traumatic situations, challenging, just really, really hard difficulties in life, it helps our souls build resilience. This is the reason why I even wrote Mama's Gotta Let Go. My 2 year depression, where I totally checked out. I was not on social media. I did not even talk to friends on the phone. And the few people in my life knew and just gave me just space and understanding and compassion that, you know what, I just needed time away from everyone. And now, I slowly realized that not only did it motivate me to write about my experiences, I'm realizing now that I think all of us have situations that might seem traumatizing at the time, and we wonder, why did this happen to us? Similar to the pandemic, why are so many people dying? Why are people, we have this huge controversy, right? We want people to wear masks. Other people think that they shouldn't wear masks. Why? Why are we suffering? Why did 9/11 happen? Why did someone lose their sister tragically from a vehicular accident, right? Why does tragedy happen? It's not a matter of understanding why, but it's a choice that you use your experience, how tragic it is, to move forward. And this is the challenging part, to leave it in the past. Give yourself permission sometimes to relive it, relive the memory, especially on the anniversary of their passing, or what we do, every 9/11, when there's an anniversary like JFK's death. We all should give ourselves permission to grieve, and we all have different ways to grieve. Some people grieve by never visiting a loved one's grave, right? Other people grieve by talking to their loved one who's passed on. Talk to my dad all the time. I write to him. So whatever way to help you grieve, do it without judgment. But contemplate on whether you decide to continue to immerse yourself in the past, or whether you give yourself permission to let go so you can heal. I was devastated when my dad suddenly died, February 1st, 2016. Now my mom is suffering from Alzheimer's, and we're not sure. Her time is probably going to come sooner than later, but I've decided to really cherish the memories that I have of her before Alzheimer's, stole her memory, and not see it as a horrible situation. I think it makes me cherish the present moments. I really appreciate being able to build brain cells through private tutoring. I cherish the memories that I'm creating with my family. So I think with parenting tip number 34, it's allowing yourself sometimes to visit the traumatic, challenges that we have, and teach your children that it's okay to be sad, but just visit that sadness, but don't make it a permanent sadness. Many people are still holding on to a divorce that might have happened 20 years ago, or maybe a violent death of a family member 25 years ago. My dad shared that he lost his oldest, one of the older sisters. I don't even know if he was born, but she died, drowned when she was 3. And my grandpa found her body in a stream or some somewhere when he was walking home from work. And that is really traumatizing. And that created fear of water. So, fear of swimming. um, I just cannot imagine feeling that way. Just the guilt that his parents must have gone through losing a child that way because someone wasn't really watching and the little girl, decided to leave the house and this unfortunate accident happened. But my dad decided just to, not enroll me in swimming lessons. He was taught to fear water. Well, when I had my girls, my husband is a great swimmer. I'm not. So I decided to enroll my girls in swimming. So I think, you either have two choices. You can live in fear. People who have parents who are alcoholics either choose never to drink again, or sometimes they don't even realize it, but they end up drinking every single day, even though they see that, they witness their dad suffering from failed liver disease or something traumatizing. You either stay away from alcohol, or you learn to balance it, or you decide to enjoy alcohol no matter what you experienced in the past. So, the message, once again, visit the sadness, visit the past, allow yourself to sometimes, sink into a mini depression, but don't allow negativity to take over your future happiness. Don't visit the sadness every single day or a week, which becomes months and sometimes years, right? We all know people who never got over a divorce, so they don't even take a chance at love anymore, or they were fired from a job, so they never decided to work again because of the traumatic rejection, maybe if they got fired, or if they didn't get fired, but maybe they were let go. During this pandemic, so many people are unemployed. Are we going to use this as just a temporary setback? Or are we going to really allow this pandemic to bring us down? We must have hope, we must have faith, and we must have love in our souls. And my soul sister, Mallory Nelson, in her interview that I will post next Wednesday, I thought those were three of the most powerful words as a parenting tip. Never give up hope, never give up just faith, and never give up love. Teach those three key, what would you call them? Gifts? Three gifts. Once again, hope, love, faith, and we cannot do anything wrong with instilling those three gifts in our lives. And if we teach that to our kids, can you imagine who cannot benefit from more hope, more faith, and more love? And that's parenting tip number 34. Thank you. Bye.